Hi there, my name is Abby, and my goal is to build. I'm on a goal to build this creative agency that I run called 100creatives.com, 100creatives.com, to $100,000 per month by October of this year. And one thing that just keeps pulling me out of and away from my goal is the liveliness, is the fun, is the girls, is basically anything but work, especially when the weather is getting better out there. It's June right now. Well, almost June. It's May 28th of 2026. And the weather in Calgary here is starting to get better. And it's been tempting. It's been tempting to just be outside. It's been tempting to just be outside on a Friday night. Um, but then I just tell myself that the girls, the liveliness, the fun, the motorcycles, the food, the music, the festivals, all those things that were there last time. They were there last year. They were there when last year you were miserable. You were suffering because you had a goal to achieve. But last year I made this mistake of actually giving in into the fun just as soon as I was doing good, just as soon as I had just made 30 grand in that month, I gave in into girls. Sorry, not the last year, the year before that. Last year was fucking miserable. Um, I made no improvements, just learned a lot about AI and everything, which I could have just compressed all into 2 months. But, anyways, that had to happen. All that to say is that all that fun will always be there. The girls will always be there. They will always want somebody fun. They will always want a man who can provide. They'll always want a man who can they have fun with. They'll always want a man who has something to offer, who's handsome, good looking, muscular, and whatever. And not only the girls, you're not only doing it for the girls, and it's not the only thing. Girls is not the only thing, even though it's a massive part of it, massive part of your misery right now. But that's not the only thing. There's multiple, like, you want to feel wanted, you want to feel useful. And so that fun part, the fun things, they'll always be there. And they were there last year, they were there now, they're going to be there next year. The only thing that you can control, and if you want to actually step inside that liveliness, you can either do it now and be a mediocre choice. Be someone who's just like everybody else, just, hanging around, nothing really head turning about him. Or you can just lock in now and come back next year and I promise you, that fun, everything that there is right now, everything that is tempting, everything that's pulling you towards it, all the fun things, all the things that you feel FOMO for, they will be there next year. I promise you. Like, and you know it too. If you just locked in this year, if you just locked in for the few months like that's where I tell myself, if I just locked in until October and just worked, there's a high likelihood of actually making the goal of making it to 100K per month happen. But it would sure not happen if you don't put in the work and if you just keep just drifting, because you want to do things because now the weather's good, the girls are out, they're half naked, they're tempting, everything's just it just feels good, and you feel like, I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. And you're right, you don't. And yeah, so like you can either so there's really only two paths. One path just goes this way. You can stay the way you are, broke, not so much money, not content with what you have, with your life, what you have to offer to a potential partner, what you have to offer to your current relationships and whatnot, even to yourself, what you have to offer to yourself. Like, can you buy yourself a good life? Probably not. But this path will give you instant gratitude. Like, you can go downtown, grab a beer, sit on the patio, look at pretty people. That this path will give you that comfort. This path will give you that illusion of being wanted. And then there is this path. but let me go back to this path. This path will give you all that you're looking for in the short term. But again, next year you will find yourself, or next day or next week, whatever, however long you keep drifting for, you will at the end of it find yourself in the same shoes. You will find yourself craving for the goals that you promised to yourself. You will find yourself not happy and not content and not even proud of yourself because you gave in to the temptation, you gave in to the lust. But there's then this path. You lock in now, you let go of all the desire that you have to be out there, to be on that path of fun, the short term fun, and you keep on your path, which you know is necessary for you to be able to achieve that goal you set in October for you. You keep going on this path. And maybe, and because you also know that the temptation is also there on this path. But then you have to get through this hurdle, this gray zone, this pond, this dark waters pond, that the water, when you get in there, you're not going to be able to see much. You're not going to know what's going on. You're not going to be able to, you're going to be walking blindly, but with this faith that this hard thing that you have to get through will pay off. And let me tell you this: if it doesn't pay off, if you make no money, if you fail miserably, you lose everything. The girls will still be there. You will still have the option to have fun. You'll still have the option to go sit at the patio and grab a beer. But if you choose this path, you do not have the option to achieve your goals. But if you choose this path, you have the option. Well, it won't be easy. You would still have to get through this muddy waters pond where you don't know what you're doing and everybody looks at you like you're a useless piece of shit, which they do right now. So you can just prove them right and keep going on this fun path. But you can prove them wrong, or at least attempt to, and just choose this path that you know is going to work, that you know is the only path to the goal that you set to yourself. I'll see you soon. By the way, this is where I am documenting my journey to get to 100K per month. I couldn't find any information, any raw, real information, so I'm recording it and doing it for the people that are going to have this desire after me, so that they can know this one path that works, or the things that do not work, because I'll be recording them all.